Hello everyone, George here, and we are doing something a little bit different. I am in the process of working on a side project for work. There's really no funding source for it or anything like that. It's just a project that, it's a prototype basically. And there's some interest in seeing whether or not we can make this thing actually work. So what you're seeing me do here is throw together a quick environment for this location. It's basically meant to be a replacement for, what is it called? The exam that a student would go through in order to check a patient out to make sure that everything's okay with them. I don't know what it's called. I'm just doing the work. I'm not the expert on it. But what I'm doing here is I'm creating the actual environment for that entire thing. And this is loosely what it's based off of right here. This image was provided to me by one of the students. The students are actually coding everything. I just wanted to accelerate the project by actually working on it, the 3D modeling part of it, which, it's hard to find people who are really good at that, who haven't actually been trained properly. So we're going to just create some different assets here, bring them over into Substance Painter, and get them into Unity. And once they're in Unity, I'm going to wrap the entire thing up as a package and hand it on over to the students. Now, not everything is going to be, what's the right way to put this? I'm not going to labor over everything. Some part, this is a non-funded project, which pretty much means that this is a prototype to see whether or not funding is possible in the future. So for right now, all I have to do is get things close enough. It doesn't have to be perfect to what it actually needs to be. Let's see here. So that's going to be going back there. Let's hide this back wall and check this out from behind. So see, now we've got, we've got this, and that's fine. That kind of fades out. That's fine. And all we need to do now is probably grab these edges and smooth these out as well. So let's grab all of them. And I guess we can do it to the back as well. Might as well. And bevel. Increase that fraction a little bit. Give it a couple more creases here and there, and now we've got our tin can for biohazard stuff, so that's fine. Once again, we're not making it actually functional, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm debating on what assets to actually have. This is supposed to be a Sharps box. A Sharps box is transparent, and I don't know if I want to deal with the transparency issues of having something inside the scene like that. What else do we have? We've got, this is supposed to be a paper towel dispenser, it looks like. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit more like this. And really it is just a box, although it does appear to be higher up on the top like that. And let's just take these edges then and round them down a bit. And we're going to just do these ones. We're not going to do the back side of it, since we're never going to see that anyway. And bevel, way too much. Crank that way down. Maybe even somewhere, let's say 0.05, enter, numlock, 0.1.05. How about that? That's pretty good. Segments, that's good. Probably want to have where the paper comes out, and that's just going to be a small hole here. I'm not going to actually bother with that. What I think I'm going to do is just put a cut in right there, and you know what? We're going to do it like this, I think. We're going to do a cut down the center, and then we'll do a cut over here, a cut over there, and then I'm just going to grab these edges and extrude them out. And that's the piece of paper. And then if we want to, we can go in here and add a couple more cuts if we really like, and just sort of bend that paper so it looks like it's actually paper towel somewhat coming out of this thing. Whoops. There we go. That's better. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, like that. There we go. It's something. All right, so what else do we have? We have another one of these dispensers, it looks like. I'm not exactly sure what that is. It looks like paper towel. That's paper towel. It looks like toilet paper to me. I'm probably just going to take this same one, duplicate it, and move it over here and just shrink it down. There's really no reason to make a separate model. Just make my life a lot easier. And let's see, none of the drawers actually function either. They were just built as is. There's no interior to any of these things. Once again, we don't expect, in this at least demo, for anyone to actually open stuff up and play around with it. So let's see, that's the light switch. This is the Purell thing. I think I'm going to get rid of that. I don't want to deal with grabbing the logos online and actually adhering it to the thing. Just better to skip that. Now we do have the seat, and on the seat is paper. And I'm wondering if I should make the paper a separate object, or I just going to bake it into the actual design of the texture itself. I think for right now, we're just going to make it part of the texture. And then there's the floor, there's the molding. That's, I think, really it. Now let's just go through our hierarchy really quick. Edit, delete all by type, history. I'm going to save this. And let's, so this is all the molding. That's one piece of molding. Hit F to frame up. Let's go to display, show all. And let's just make sure everything's named. So we've got wall segments. So these are the segments of the wall. Different parts of the wall have different sizes. Some of these are the same, like wall segment 1 and 2. And these two over here, but then these ones are different. So this should probably be wall segment door. And this is a wall segment 1 meter is what I'll call that, I guess. It's a smaller little cut piece. And I think this is the same, right? 1 meter. Okay, and then we have the blackboard or whiteboard, whatever, and the seat, the floor, the desk, and it all has stuff on it. That's good. And molding, there's the molding, but we have a piece of molding up here. Where is that actually? Frame on up. Can we see that? I guess it's right there. Okay, I'm going to put that under molding. And let's see, we've got that. Now that's just a hole, so that's fine. Top of desk. Desk left. Sink. Okay. Wait, what's under sink body? Spigot, cold and water valves. That's good. Examining table. That's all named. Yes. And we've got all the molding. We've got glove boxes. P cube. What is this? This is the paper towel. Paper towel dispenser. Is it ER or OR? Dispenser, dispenser. I don't know. Same name for this. Whoops. Let's grab this, call this, and do small paper towel dispenser. Okay. Now it's time for us to unwrap things, I guess. Edit, delete all by type again. History. Oh, we also need a ceiling. Oh, and I need one other piece of floor. See, I'm missing that little part right there. I don't want this to, I don't know why I made a cube. Let's make that a plane instead. There we are. And let's go over to our stuff over here, our inputs, and put that down to 1 by 1. And let's grab this edge, and I want to make it go all the way over there, just for safety's sake. Let's move this back to somewhere about there. That should be good enough. And where does it go at the backside? Doesn't need to be that big. I snapped to, oh, my grid size is all weird. All right, well, it's fine. I just needed some piece. So let's just call this, where is this on here? Right here. Door floor piece. Okay, and now we need the ceiling, but that I can just duplicate the floor, bring that on up to the top, right around there, and let's go to, what is it? Surface, mesh display, and reverse. So there we go. Let's go ahead and put shading on, backface culling, so we can see through that now. And let's call this ceiling. Now, I don't have reference of the ceiling, but typically the ceiling is going to have some kind of a light somewhere up there. So maybe we should take, I want to rip the ceiling back off for a second there and think about cutting it up for a second. So, probably, let's just look up ceiling doctor's office. I have a general idea of what I want this to look like, but let's just see if we can't get something to help. I'm wondering, yeah, 2 lights is probably what I need. And then, of course, there's a vent. And then there's the... Now, the Substance Painter have... I'm thinking. Let's insert edge loop. Let's do 3 edge loops going that way. What about this way? We can do 3 going that way as well. And 2 of these can be light sources. So I'll do, let's see, where's the examination actually happening? Right here. So we'll do there and there are going to be light sources. So let's go ahead and do an extrusion on these. Let's pull them out first, actually. Hold on a second. No, we're not going to do that. All right. What I am going to do is I'm going to grab all these edges first because I need the thickness of the divider between each of these. And then we're going to go to bevel. We're going to tone that fraction down considerably, and that's still too much. So 0.05, how about that? That's not bad. I can go with that. Now let's go ahead and grab these. All right, good. And you. And now we're going to do an extrusion outwards from that. And it might seem a little overkill, but might as well. There's not a whole lot going on in this scene, polygon-wise, so I might as well, you know, put in the features when I can. So there we go. We wanted to do this one as a light source and this one as a light source. So, how do I want to do this? Do I want to make them semi-transparent and put an emissive quality to them, or do I want to do something else? And then there's a fan, which I might just put between the two light sources. So we'll do extrusion inwards. Now, would it be easier for me just to find a texture of that? Not ceiling fan, ceiling vent. It might be easier to not actually model that out. That's a lot of detail that's just kind of unnecessary. So let's not do that. We're going to grab these two, I think, and we're going to do extract faces. Did that not extract? Okay, that one's extracted, that one's extracted. We'll do this too, and I'll do an extract faces on that too. Now these, I'm trying to think, did I really want to extract the faces actually? We can probably do this all in one shot with one material on this object. So let's just leave it as it is. Yeah, we're gonna leave it, that's still not combined, is it? Let's go back enough in time to where it's combined and we're good, right? Okay, so now let's WD, I wanna make sure that's in a good place. V this to the top right there, and now we have our ceiling. Let's just do another edit, delete all by type history, and there's the desk, there's everything. Okay, so everything's looking okay. Let's start breaking this stuff down. So there's my ceiling. Let's grab the UV shell, unfold it. We can see it's got some problems with the joints in between. So what we're just going to do then is grab all of these segments here, and let's do a create UV shell for each of them. Now this is a separate object. We're going to have to break this down as well, so it works out. So we're going to grab each of these, I think. And we're going to do a create UV shell going that way. I need to be careful. I want to do, let's see, these ones. You can come over here too. And you can go there. You can go there. And now we're left with these little bits here. And let us, I still need to break them up as well. So they're not going to be quite the same size. Let's do there. What do you think? Break. And then actually let's do this over here too. I'll get rid of that little segment. And let's do a create UVs. Let's grab all of these now, and we're going to rotate these. Now the rotate shell wasn't working earlier. Is it working now? Yes. Okay. There we go. Grab all of them. Let's go to unfold all of them, and then we're going to go to orient shells. Now they're straight up and down. And now you've got all these. Oh, it looks like I screwed something up here. Look at that. Got those little tiny bits that got cut off something. Who lost these? Can I go back in time and fuse you back in? I'm trying to remember what this stupid thing is to actually auto fuse them. Can I go to grab these and sew UVs? That's what I want to do. There we go. Okay, now we'll go back here, and then we'll do our whole unfold again. Layout, or not layout, orient. There we go. Now these are pretty big. Something tells me something got wrong in the scaling on this thing. So I'm just going to go to modify, freeze transforms, and it looks okay. But we're going to get rid of scale and rotate just in case. And then we're going to delete our history on that as well. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, you know what? Why don't we go to layout, UVW, and repack these packing iterations down to 1 for right now. And we're going to do preserve 3D ratios. And we don't need to rotate or translate. We can translate, but not rotate the shells. There we go. And now we've got all those. Perfect. And except for these little guys right here, once again, another screw up on my part. So let's go to UV mode, grab these UVs right here, and let's do sew UVs. And you can see that they went kind of crazy there, but let's just do here, unfold and lay these out again. I already have layout open, so let's do this. And let me orient these guys and then do that again. And now they're back in a nice way. We can go here and let's do unfold on them. And now let's do orient. And now we've got, I think, everything pretty much set up so we can do our layout now. And this time I am going to allow it to rotate the shells. And we're going to do a couple packing iterations on this one. All right, that's not bad. I mean, yeah, that is kind of bad, actually. I kind of want to keep all of these in the same orientation. It's going to make my life a lot easier. So let's turn off rotate shells for right now. And let's just see what happens if we grab everything here and try it. All right, you know what? I'm happy with that, and orientations are pretty much kept. So we're going to go with that. And let's edit, delete by type, history on the ceiling. And let's hide that out really quick. So now, why don't we do something else? This will be easy enough. So let's just do a UV projection from what axis? Z axis, Z direction. And we'll do this. There we are. And now we probably just need to make some cuts here and there to relax things a little bit. So let's go ahead and do a cut on those. And then we also need to rip this off so that it's probably not going to mess anything up. So let's go ahead and create a UV shell on that and pull it off to the side. Let's unfold this part. Whoa, there's a back side, I bet, isn't there? Yep, okay, so let's get rid of the back. No reason to have that. And there we go. Let's try that again. Actually, what's my scale settings? So we're all, okay, we're okay. Nothing weird. And unfold, unfold. Ugh, look at that inside part right there with the, why is it doing that? Did I miss a piece? I did. I missed the back parts of this. So let's rip that off and this off too. And let us do create UV shell. Grab that, and let's grab this stuff, and I'm going to do another planer on that. And then we can grab this again. Now, what is this junk? That's the whole wall. I don't care about the wall. I'm just doing this. So let's try this again. Unfold, and that's much better. Orient, and that's perfect for that. Now we just need to cut this thing up. So you're not going to see it. I guess we can cut up along here. It's not good geometry. You can see right there. That's why I can't select easily. We might as well just cut this up into its different sides and flatten each one out. I don't think there's any other reason. Right? That looks good. All right, let's do a cut. UV shells, grab them, unfold them. And that's that side. Where's this side? And this side, which have been flattened to nothingness because that's what happens sometimes. So let's go to planar, go to the x-axis, apply that, and now we've got those flattened out. Now one of these is going to be backwards. So where is the show when everything doesn't work right? Now I believe there used to be a feature. Let's do shaded. There we go. That's what I want. So shaded lets you see when something's backwards. So this needs to get flipped. Now where are my UV? Where's my UV editor tools? Show UV toolkit. That's what I want. There we go. And there should be a flip. Right? That's a line. Where did flip go? Transform, rotate, scale, flip. There we go. That's all I need. Let's grab both. I'm just going to orient them really quick. That's ugly. You guys are fine. This one, though, needs to, yeah. I'm going to unfold that again just to make sure. All right, and we're going to rotate this thing 90 degrees. There we are. So now we've got everything. Let's grab it all and do a layout. Preserve 3D ratios is good. We're going to allow it to rotate. You know what? I'm not going to let it rotate. All right, so what do we have at the end of the day? That's fine for UVs, not an issue. Now I'm not making materials, which is another mistake that I need to fix right now. So let's right click, assign new material. Trying to think if I want to go with Stingray or Shader FX. Let's just stick with Phong. We're not going to set the materials up inside of Maya yet. We're going to do that in Unity. And we'll do light switch _M. And that should be it. Let's grab the ceiling. Oh wait, display, show all, right click, assign new material, Phong ceiling _M. And that's good. So let's hide the stuff that we're actually done with. So Control H, Control H. Now these boxes are the same, so once I do it to 1, I should be good. You can see it's a little bit of a mess. Let's do a planar from the Z-axis onto this object. There we are. And we're probably going to just want to make some cuts on these sides to fan it out. And then we'll make a cut internally as well. So let's go ahead and do a cut there. Let's see what happens when we do an unfold for right now. Yeah, see the inside's kind of distorted a little nastily. So we can do 2 things. I think I want to make a cut around that, cut that out, and then that should give some space for this to kind of relax a bit. And let's orient this. And I think that's going to be fine for what we're doing. So let's go ahead and lay this out. And I'm going to reduce this down to 2 iterations. And that's fine. So F8, and what is this called? Glove box. So right click, assign new material, Phong, glove box, _M, save, and that needs to be duplicated now. So let's just, what do we, edit, so I actually don't know, if you do instances of duplicates, do they come across to Unity as duplicates? Let's delete that one. So we got our UVs, that's fine. All right. Now this was, what was this box? This is the Sharps box. Once again, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to have that. I think I'm going to just nuke that for right now. In what we're doing, there's no reason to use a Sharps anything, so it doesn't really matter. Check that out, that's a mess. All right, that's going to have to be fixed. So should I do that table or should I do this? Let's do this first. Let's come at that with a planar map, reset everything in the Z-axis. Let's grab the paper first, since I know that's going to be separate. Grab this right there. And let's do a create UV shell. So that's separate. We can now do an unfold on that. Ooh, why is that cut at the top? Is that not fused? Yeah, why? Let's grab you two, and can I sew? There we go. Now let's try this again. Why is it breaking it apart? That tells me the verts there aren't good. So I'm going to grab all of these verts right here. We're going to go to merge verts and something like that maybe. Hit apply, close. Let's try this again now. I'm going to grab all of this. Get rid of this junk. Oh, the back side is that's going to be a problem with the shader if you actually look on the other side of the paper. However, I don't think you're ever going to get over there. So it's probably not much of an issue. I could duplicate those faces and then reverse them. So let's do duplicate face. We'll keep it separate for now, duplicate. Let's grab that and do a surface, surface reverse. What am I doing? Not mesh display reverse. There we go. So now we've got it duplicated on both sides, and with the standard shader and backface culling enabled, we should be okay. But I do want them to be the same object, so I got to grab that one and combine the two. Now I just need to be careful with my UVs, because they will be in the same space. I'll have to grab one and grow selection. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? UVs, UV shell. So there's one side. Are they? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, now we need to flip this. And I would like to know why these are still not being... Let's go to... So, nope. Merge. Really? Are you not? All right, we're going to do this. So there's that. We'll do the same thing to that side. Flip it. I'm going to grab both now. See, now that one worked. Check that out. And this one didn't. Fine. You know what? Go to hell. I will bend you to my will. Now, if this was a lot of vertices, obviously I would not do this. But since it's just a couple, since it's just a dozen or so, it's not so bad. All right, there we go. So now, there they are. And now we can do the box itself. So let's go in here. And I'm gonna, see, I didn't do enough seams. So we can cut across the side if we want to. I'm trying to think how I want to handle this. So if I do a cut there. So we do right cut. And then we grab all of this. And then we do an unfold now. And then we have a backside to this too, don't we? So let's cut the backside out too. Whoops. And does that go all the way around or not? No, it does not. So let's go to face mode and grab these faces themselves and then do a create UV shell, pull that out. Now we can unfold that. And now we can go back to this and unfold. That did not work. So there's what? Let's go to UV shells. There's this shell, and this shell. And we can unfold all of them like that. Now, I'm not sure what the heck the rest of that junk is. I'm not dealing with that. What is this? You and you. What the heck are you? You're those two back pieces right there. And everything got split up for some reason. You know, I'm wondering... Oh well. You know what? Doesn't matter. What is this? It's that side, and this is the other side, right? And this is this whole thing. And let's just unfold them really quick. And can we sew them? Okay, that I can deal with. So that's going to loop around from the other side. Okay, so now we're going to take this stuff and let's do orient shells. And now this I could cut up more. It's a long piece. Let's do another cut right there. And I'm thinking about doing a cut here too to separate this out. Okay, so that turned into a giant chain of junk. Look at that horribleness. So let's just do a UV planer and come at that from the best plane possible. And that's going to probably be much better than anything else we can do. Yeah, it is. All right, now we can go over to, I'm just going to do a quick orient, layout UVW. Let's do preserve, and we can rotate the shells. Let's hit apply. All right, so what do we get at the end of the day? Should be fine, shouldn't be an issue. We're gonna go with it. Okay, so this is, what is this? A paper towel dispenser. It's a new name now because I cut it all up. Delete by type history. Paper towel dispenser, or I don't know. And right click, assign, before I do that, let's F2, Control C, right click, assign new material, Fong, put that there, underscore M, enter, save, and that's done. Control H that. Actually, no. Let's duplicate that, move it over here, and scale it on down a bit. And delete the old one. That's good enough for me. Okay, so now we can get rid of them. And these can go too, right? Yeah. Those can go. And now we need to start probably working on these desks, which is going to be my least favorite thing to work on, but whatever. So let's see here. These are all separate objects, right? Okay, so we're going to go, we got the sink body. I just realized that all of the, no, that's a whole other thing. Okay, so we've got the hot water valve, we have the sink body. Let's just do a planer coming down from the top on this thing really quick. Grab all these, get them out of the way as well. And let's cut this right here out. And let's go ahead and do an unfold on that and an orient. And we're going to do an unfold on this, which is going to be nasty. And I'm kind of just going to put some seam. Whoa, we don't want that seam. We do not want that. I don't. Okay, you know what? We'll do this. And then we'll do this. We'll get rid of that part right there. And let's come on over here. It's probably easier just to click this than it is to do a double click. And we'll grab you as well. And let's go ahead and do a cut. Unfold, unfold, and there we go. That's better. What if we orient that? It's still kind of, it's not bad. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it. Adding more seams is just going to, I think, cause more problems when we bring it into Substance Painter. Okay, so that's this piece and that piece. You know what? I didn't add a bevel. I'll just add a quick bevel on that too. And let's go ahead and unfold that. There we go. Now we can do these shells right here. So let's grab, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but we can grab the cold and the hot water. And these are cylinders, but I'm probably just going to have an easier time coming at this from the Z-axis. Whoops, not best plane, Z-axis, apply, close. Yeah, that's probably going to end up being easier. And then making cuts. Now, do I have the bottoms of these things? Yes, we do, which is something we're going to want to get rid of. So let's grab that, nuke that, and come on over here and do the same thing for this one. And grab that, delete that. Okay, save, and actually, before I keep saving, let's save this as a new scene, just so I have some difference between things. There we go. And I'm probably going to make a cut all the way across this top piece right here, I think. That just seems to be a good place to do it, at least in my head. Keep going, and all right, so let's do a cut right there. And I can just duplicate this object and move it off to the other side when I'm done. So I'm just going to work with one of these, I think. And we can now grab the top as a UV shell, come at this from planar, y-axis, like that, unfold that, and that should actually work out pretty well for us. Let's move that out of the way now. Now I need to make a cut down the side of this so I can unfurl it. I'm thinking about just doing it right there, all the way down the side of it. Now this isn't going to make the best UV, but it should at least be able to open up now. Yeah, see? So now the question is, do I want to cut out each of these individual pieces, or do I want to kind of leave it in this weird configuration? I think I'm going to leave it as it is. You know, I mean, it just probably is going to end up working. I I am going to do this though really quick. I'm going to duplicate it and move it over there and delete the old one. And now I've got these two, and I'm going to grab both of these shells, and we are going to go to Layout UVW, and we are going to do an Apply. I'm making them unique because one's hot, one's cold. I'm probably going to have red on the top of one and blue on the top of the other one. So it just makes sense. Okay, you know, not great, but it should be fine. What is my spacing between things? So I at least have like a pixel, right? Yeah. Okay. And let's see, these still have, that should be called like hot, I guess. Hot water valve. And I'm going to probably do all of these together in the same UV space. So for right now, I might as well grab them. Let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, there's obviously a scaling issue going on here. So what we're going to do is grab the sink body. Actually, we're going to grab top of desk, edit, modify freeze transforms. Where's my freeze transform window? Where'd it go? Modify freeze transforms and just hit apply. Now let's take a look below this at our stuff. That's all good. That's okay. I don't care about the translates. I just care about the scales and the rotates. Good. So now I should be able to come under here and we should be able to grab. Now, we haven't done this piece yet. We might as well finish this up before we do anything else. Let's grab this UV shell. So we can see we got a couple shells going on here. I'm going to grab all of them. Pretty sure that's all of them. And we're going to, maybe not at all. Why are you getting selected? I want you. There we go. Let's go to face mode. I'm just going to grow selection. Just grab everything. And let's do a UV planar from the side, x-axis. That way we have it like this. And I want to make some cuts to make my life a little easier. I'm going to make a cut here. Whoops. Right there. Cut. And we're going to do a cut down here. Let's do a cut there. Now I have these as separate objects. So both of them can now be flattened in a different direction. Let's go to UVs, planar, Y direction, apply. So that's good. And let's go to unfold both. And that's good. And now we have to do this. And all we need for this is a seam. And it should unfold for us. So I'm going to grab, I think, so you're going to see it on this top side. If I do it on the back side, you're going to see it on the other side, or I can do it off to this side and you probably won't see it at all because this side is towards the wall. So let's do that. Oh, we can see how that kind of curled around a little bit, unfortunately. That's not the, is there a better place for me to do this? We'll do it there. Cut, UVs, unfold, unfold, and there we go. Look at it flatten out really nicely. Let's orient that. And I'm going to see if I can't relax this a bit, or optimize it, excuse me. Let's go to UVs. Can I? Straighten is what I want, actually. Straighten. Let's do straighten shell. Oh, look at that. That came out very nicely. Now, if I unfold that, how bad? Yeah, we're going to keep it like that. Although, I'm thinking that's a really long piece there. We'll find out if this is going to work for us. So we're going to grab all of this stuff, just the sink body in general, right click, grab it all, layout, and hit apply. All right, that's not very good for us in our UVs. So let's think about how we can cut this up to distribute things a little bit better. So I'm thinking the first thing I'm going to do is come in here, and it looks like I actually screwed this part up. So let's do a cut right there and an unfold. Now let's just break them all off. That way they can be situated all over the place separately. Okay, let's do a cut. Grab these shells. I can unfold them a little bit better now. Let's also do an orient on those. And now, see how long this piece is? That's why I'm thinking I need to make maybe a cut halfway through it. Like right, let's see, where's halfway? Somewhere right there. So let's go ahead and do it. Yes, that might cause some issues, but yeah, we're not going to unfold that. So let's grab everyone now and try to do another layout. Apply. Hey, and check that out. Much better UV space, much better. Okay, so that's the sink. So let's name that sink body. Edit, delete by type, history, right click, assign new material, Fong, and we're going to call this sink _M. Save, and we can hide that out. Control H. All right, this video is getting long at 42 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break and jump back into this once I've, you know, had a 15-minute relaxing, doing something else time break. See you all next time. So long and goodbye.